Hello everyone, we've got 3 people in. Welcome to Common Command, our very first stream. Just gonna scoot over here. I look like super white. So today, you're gonna be helping me decide what decks to take apart and which to keep, which to build, and so forth. So I think that looks better. So we'll be heavily relying on the chat function. So if you want to see different commanders built or which ones to take apart, make sure to share your thoughts in the chat. I think the first thing we'll start off doing is just showing you which commanders I have, just to give you like a feel of like how I like to play. Because I have quite a few commanders that I could build in my binder, and I've only got like limited decks. I mean, I got quite a few decks, I won't even lie. So I'll go ahead and start showing off my decks. We've got 3 people in, and I'm very new to streaming, so if I at all seem nervous, it's because I am. Yeah, I'm not very techie when it comes to streams, but I'm gonna show you the decks I like most, which ones I like to play most, and then I'll go with like the ones I'm thinking of taking apart. So here we go. My first deck I ever made was Joda Archmage Eternal. And we got Agar just chilling on the stream, so let me get rid of him. I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with Joda. It's Wooburg commander, and this is actually a sick alternate art I was able to get. But it lets you cast things for free, or not for free, for 5 mana for Wooburg, and you can just play out anything. So let me get Joda up on the screen. There we go. There's Joda, and this is my alternate art that I got here. So I really love playing Wooburg. I've built like quite a few Wooburg decks in my time, and this one's all about just getting extreme value, playing as many big spells as I can in one turn. Usually it's playing 1 spell a turn that will end up not even being on the board by the time it's my turn, but hopefully it's something big to splash out some stuff. So this deck is the one I take care of most. I've got all my actual upgrades, no proxies in here. Sphinx of the Second Sun is an amazing card, and yeah, so we've just got a ton of value. It's Wooburg value. This deck I don't look to take apart. This is like one of the decks I don't want you guys touching or deciding to take apart, just because it's super fun. I got Vorinclex in there. Yeah, the Joda art is really sick. I got it off what website was it? I follow them on Instagram. It was a random website that I seen on Instagram, and the art is just amazing. But this is by far okay. The only card I don't have yet is Sylvan Library. I have Sylvan Library. I just use it for multiple decks, but I actually got the Commander Product Green, so I'm gonna put that in here because the art for Commander Product Green looks sick. But yeah, this deck is just all about 5 color, do stuff good. I've had this deck for like since I've been playing Magic, so it obviously has all the shock lands and all the fetches because I've been upgrading as we go. So I think this deck alone will tell you how I like to play. I just love casting high CMC stuff. I love having big splashy turns, and if it doesn't go out well in the end, at least it did something. But let's move on to deck 2. Let's see. This is another one of my first decks that I wouldn't mind taking apart just because I've had it for so long and I don't ever play it. But it's the Dragon, a precon. I'm sure everyone's familiar with the Dragon. I'm getting all my basic decks out the way first. Let me go ahead and type this one out. And yeah, the Dragon is sick with its art. Yeah, it's literally the precon with minimal upgrades with like in terms of ramp, just because I like having a lower power deck to play when I meet new people that are just first off into Commander. You know, they're just starting out. Fractured Identity is one of my favorite cards. This card is fun. But yeah, I have the Dragon. It's got minimal upgrades. It's really just the precon out the box just to play with newer players. But I wouldn't mind taking this apart to build some new decks. There's actually a dragon in the deck I want to build around. Where is it at? I kind of build a Azorius Voltron build. But again, it's 5 colors. It's playing big stuff, playing dragons. Yeah, Dragonlord Ojutai. I would love to build a deck around this if you guys decide to go that way. Whenever it deals combat damage, you look at the top 3 and put a card into your hand. It's a card advantage, but I'll leave I guess the commanders over here to show you what we're working with. There's the Ur-Dragon, there's Joda, and my lizard is like freaking out in its case for whatever reason. It keeps seeing itself in its reflection. So if you hear some background noises, it's Milo the lizard. All right, let's move on to the next deck and show you guys what we're working with. You can help me decide which ones to take apart. This is another deck that's pretty basic, but I love this deck. It's another one of my early beginnings, and oh man, that I might just have to turn off this light here because that glare is terrible. But it's Prosh, and it's the foil etched. Turn this, if I turn this, yeah, there we go, that looks better, except now we got glare from this side, so oh well. It's Prosh. If you don't know Prosh, he makes a ton of tokens and then you sack him, and so it's really just an aristocrats deck. It has a couple combo pieces in it. This is one of my more high power decks when someone's looking not to play CEDH but like around CEDH. So we've got like the Phyrexian Arena and Altar, Astronaut's Altar to go infinite, Corvalds. It's really good. And then we've got stuff like Manifold just to get out Prosh fast. Aetherflux Reservoir. We do have Food Chain in here. So it's a pretty high powered deck. It's one that if I were to take apart, I would need to find first a very powerful substitute, because this Prosh deck just goes on. And again, here's the Sylvan Library, but I got two now, so I can actually put them in. My Prosh deck, I love my Prosh deck. It's another one of the first ones I had, and it's super powerful. So there's the Food Chain. I love it. And then I guess you guys can start commenting, what are your favorite decks to play? I want to get a feel of what your favorite decks to play. Me personally, or like, what do you even like to play? Because I personally love playing either big creatures, 5 stuff, or Gruul or stuff like that, playing out big creatures to do combat damage, or playing now more into like the graveyard kind of theme where we're sacrificing creatures and bringing them back for small increments of advantage. So that's how really I like to play. I hate stacks, and I hate was it just stacks, right? I hate stacks just because I don't mind playing against it, but I personally would never build a stacks deck, and I don't think any of you guys can convince me to build a stacks deck. I hate Azorius Control. I hate those kind of things, you know. I want to make sure me having fun is everyone else at the table having fun, and I feel like those decks really just turn everyone down. But we can look at the next deck here, and it's one of more of a recent commander, and I say recent even though the commander was like out I think a year ago. It's a Luna Apex of Wishes, but we do have the Godzilla art. So it's Ghidorah, King of the Cosmos. I'm trying to get it up onto the screen, but internet doesn't seem to be loading right now. But basically, it's a mutate focused commander. There it is. And if the music's too loud, just let me know, or if it's not loud enough. I got some Harris Heller on the background. Kami is one of my favorite decks. I'd have to see which one Kami is. I don't recall which one Kami is. I have to look that up. And mono white stacks. If you can't ramp and draw cards, why should anyone else? Mr. Jeff, no. I do have a mono white deck. It's not stacks, but I guess it could be turned into stacks. But this is Ghidorah. It's a sick alternate art, and it's honestly super strong. I've been debating taking this one apart for a while now, just because the mutate mechanic on it is first of all broken, because you got to put stuff into play for free, and if it's a mutate card, you just put it to your hand so you can mutate to get other stuff. And the common problem I run in with this deck is one turn I'll get everything out, and I either bring out too much stuff and I draw out my whole deck and lose, or I bring out all my stuff, I kill 1 to 2 players, and then there's still that third player, and I have a very small library, and so they are able just to either a board wipe completely kills me. So the deck needs some more consistency if I were to keep it, but it has some bangers. Nyxbloom Ancient, banger. Proud Wildborn, banger. Consecrated Sphinx, banger. You know, like, the deck is fun. It's super fun. I've played it a couple times on my channel. If you haven't seen, you should definitely check out my first Luna gameplay video. I was able to bring out, like, I brought out a Luna, and it was able to swing in for like 20 commander damage in 1 turn. So it's amazing. The mutate mechanic is just broken. Prinespeaker Zagana, like, this is kind of like your just Tamir value, Tamir good stuff, bringing out creatures, drawing cards, which is what I love to do. I love gaining value. I love doing that. So it's Tamir good stuff. We just filled with big dumb creatures. We do have Senseis and Scroll Rack. Again, I have a Senseis, but it's in multiple decks. Hello, Edmond Dantes. Oh, you're a new subscriber. I do remember you from that one recent video. So we do have some ways to manipulate the top of our library, but most times I just love going in random with the Luna. So that's one I'm definitely looking to replace. If you guys can think of any great Tamir commanders, or even just Gruul, I want to build a heavy stompy creature based deck because I have a decent amount of support for that. So if you guys can think of anything in those colors, let me know. I guess we'll move on to the mono white. It's probably one of my favorite white commanders because white itself is a terrible color. It's Mangara the Diplomat. It's really fun. I think I've played it a couple times on the channel. Oops, I brought up the wrong thing. It's just mono white planeswalkers and life gain, because that's really the only, oops, what happened here? The only way you can really go with it, but it's pretty strong. It gets a lot of value. Yeah, I sneaking love Mangara. It's super strong. Let's see what we've got running in the deck. Sounds like Animar. Yeah, Animar's sick. I used to have an Animar deck, but it was the Animorph with a bunch of morphs. But if I were to build an Animar deck again, I would definitely just go Tamir Stompy, just with a bunch of random creatures. But this deck is fun. It's all about making tokens and bringing out planeswalkers, because the tokens gain you life and the planeswalkers make the tokens. So we've got things like Angel of Sanctums, Court of Grace, which is a fantastic card. And then Orzhov, just mono white stuff, you know. It's fun. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. We got Mentor of the Mink to draw cards from the tokens, Skull Clamp to draw cards from the tokens, Darren, King of Keldor, to make tokens. Oh, my lizard is tripping out. If you guys hear background noises, for all you new players, I have a lizard and it's just freaking out from its own reflection. I have to take him out soon. But no, Mangara is fun. Oh, look at this card, first of all. I don't mean to flex. This isn't a flex. This is like 2 years of slow upgrades. So if you think I'm flexing on you guys, please don't. I don't want you guys to think that. I got a double masters box as a gift, as his birthday gift, and that was the card I was able to pull from it. Yeah, but Mangara is super sick. I wouldn't mind changing it around, or, you know, taking apart the commander, because I don't play it too much. Just because I fall behind a lot. I gain a ton of value. Mangara itself gains me a ton of card advantage, and it's super fun. But we got an Ugin as well. It's fun, but it doesn't, I don't know how many times I've won with it, if I've won with it. But it's a super fun deck. It can use some optimization. Where is the deck case for this one? So right now on the table to like mix up, we have Dragon that I'm looking to change, Ghidorah I'm looking to change, and Mangara I'm looking to change. So if you guys just, you know, keep spamming chat on what commanders you want me to replace them with, or if you like them. Oh, here's a new one. Here's a new one. It's a partner pairing. It's Tana the Bloodsower and Tevish Zat, Doom of Fools. It's a partner commander deck. It's Jund. It's another Jund deck, but this one's more token aristocrats. You know, it's all about making a ton of tokens with like My Cloth, or even using our regular creatures and then sacking them for value. So we have Tana to make tokens, and then we have Tevish Zot that also makes tokens, and then he's a sack outlet as well. I don't have all the cards for this deck yet. I kind of just threw it together to play on a live stream once. But we have ways to make tokens, sacrifice tokens, and then drain our opponents with like a Zulaport and draw cards from like where is it at? We just seen it. A Grim Harrowspecs. We have Kadama of the East Tree because it's just broken. The card is really good. So this is one I'm looking to change up a bit. I kind of don't like the partner pairing of Tana and Tevish Zat. It was fun at first. First of all, can we talk about Wish Call Talisman? If you're a casual player and you're not running Wish Call Talisman in your black decks, what are you doing? This card is great, especially if you have like ways to blink it. Amazing. But this deck is super fun. It's not the best. We've got Impact Tremors, we got Nissa, we got Avengers Zendikar, Elder and Garagos, just to throw it in there because it makes tokens. So it's your little aristocrats value stuff. So I definitely want to change the deck up. And so if you guys can think of, yeah, it is very similar to Prosh. Yeah, it is similar to Prosh. It's they're the same colors and the same thing. That's why I'm looking to change it. I'm looking to play different colors. I want to expand my horizons, but it's very similar to Prosh, pretty much. Let's move on. let's move on. Let's see what we got next. So we got a pink case. Oh, here's my companion deck. So I did make a companion deck, and it's with Karuga, the Macro Sage, and the commander is Tuvasa, the Sunlit. So it's an Enchantress deck, and it's all about playing enchantments, you know. So I'll bring up Tuvasa. And I really like it just because I wanted to make a companion deck, and I thought Karuga was like super underrated, not overrated, super underrated. I haven't seen anyone with a Karuga deck, and so yeah, every spell in this deck is over 3 CMC. So it's really fun though. It's just your Enchantress deck, you know, playing out 3 drops, and I like it because you gain, you're kind of far behind because you're not doing anything for 2 turns. But then once turn 3 hits, the deck just starts going and going. And let me just center myself. I'm new to live streaming, so let me just go ahead and center myself. But the deck has a ton of value in terms of enchantments. It's just an Enchantress deck. I do want to have a companion deck. So if you guys can think of a different companion you'd want me to run, I'm definitely down to switch this deck up. But yeah, it's you got Yorin to blink stuff. We can't use that as a companion, unfortunately, but it's just an Enchantress deck. Like, it's to bring out either draw cards from the enchantments or swing big with Tuvasa. We got Karametra. Karametra was actually my commander for this. Oh, haven't played in 5 months. Edmond, man, you need to get yourself a webcam and do some webcam commander. I should definitely leave a link in the description to my Discord. We have a Discord server where we have a place for people to set up games to play over webcam. So I don't think I don't think I have my Discord linked yet. So let me go ahead and get that up for you guys. But Tuvasa and Karuga, it's really fun. It's kind of slow. That's the main problem with it. It is really slow, and I won't lie. So I actually want to try Lewis, the Orzhov commander, and use that as a partner. But let me see if I can get this description, or get the invite link to our Discord server in the description. So invite people. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Edit invite link. There we go. Expires never. Generate link. We're gonna copy it. All right, so let's go back to here and see what people are saying. Haven't played in 5 months, so let me drop a link in the description. I don't know if I could edit that here. I'll put it in the chat, actually. It shouldn't go anywhere. Should be able to join from there. But that's my what color pairing is this? Bant enchantments with Karuga and Tuvasa. Pretty fun deck. It's just really slow. So yeah, if you guys click that link right there in the chat, it'll join to our Discord server. We talk Magic, we talk gaming, and there's talk and sometimes every now and then people will ask for games. You want to be playing Magic. All right, let's see what deck I missed. That's a Luna. All right, so next up we have another newer commander. Yeah, you're talking about Gigantha. All right, let me talk about Gigantha. I had a Gigantha deck, but it definitely wasn't. It was kind of the opposite of the creature play. It had minimal creatures. It was a 5-color storm, pretty much. But I did replace Gigantha just because I was able to pull a better commander for the deck. So I did technically have a Gigantha deck, but Gigantha does help enable them big splashy plays with all the ramp. So the deck we're going to look at is the one Gigantha was placed by, and it's Ramos Dragon Engine. And I'll put that up on the screen. Yeah, Ramos is just crazy because it generates you a ton of mana. Let's see if it pops up this way. And so basically the whole thing about this deck is copy your spells. So we've got things, let's see, we got Mana Geyser to generate us a ton of mana. We've got just a ton of spells in the deck. Faithless Looting, just small increments of draw. Explore, one of the best cards to copy because you draw cards and ramp. Finale of Revelation, untapping lands. We've got a Lab Maniac just in case we draw our deck. Perform Engine to copy. But the MVP in this deck, I'm gonna just show you one. I pulled the Jace from a pack, all right? Like, I'm not flexing, guys. I swear I'm not flexing. But the MVP for this deck, if I can find it, one of my favorite cards, because I love playing heavy creatures and stomping out that way. But I also, it is a lot of 5-color decks, yeah. I also love copying spells. 1,000-Year Storm, here we go. 1,000-Year Storm is my favorite card, probably one of my top 5 favorite cards, top 2. It just gives all your instants and sorceries storm. So I'm sure you guys know how it works, but if you cast Metamorphosis once, then if you're able to cast it again, you actually get to copy it because you've cast the instant sorcery. So it's, yeah, 1,000-Year Storm is just broken. It's really fun. So that's this deck. I love this deck. I love my 5-color was a storm deck. But if you guys think I should change the colors, you know, kind of quit on it, because let's say we've got 1, 2, 3 5-color decks ready. Yeah. And the mana bases aren't that great because 5-color decks are expensive in terms of getting the right mana for it. But let's move on. Yeah, it's a lot of 5-color decks. What can I say? I love 5 colors. Now, another way I love to play, as I mentioned earlier, is graveyard themed. So we have our first graveyard themed deck. And this deck has already seen a ton of changes, and I'm already looking to change it again. It used to be mono black Phyllis, Broker of Blood, but now it is Grixis, Cedrus, the Trader King. So let me pop him up on the screen. And I hardly ever cast the commander in this deck, just because I'm doing better things. So let me pull up Cedrus. There he is. So this deck is all about getting creatures into our graveyard and then cheating them into play. It's, I don't know. I've changed it to Cedrus. Before it was Vilis, and then it was Nethroi, Apex of Death, and then it was Cedrus. So I'm looking for a heavy graveyard themed deck. If you guys can recommend me some commanders in chat. I want a graveyard deck, but I want to drop the red and add green. So I want it to be black, green for sure, and possibly another color. Because, I mean, I've made it Grixis because of just the creatures in general. Some of my favorite creatures, okay, there's Consecrated Sphinx, but like Karavek the Merciless, like, is a fantastic card to cheat from your graveyard, and I love it. You know, it deals a ton of damage. Sphinx Ambassador, one of my favorite blue cards. It lets you steal a creature pretty much from an opponent when you deal combat damage. So I added blue, and I was like, all right, well, these are some great cards. The one thing about this deck is it's hard to like pop. It's not hard to pop off, but like you get that one turn. You're really setting up for that one turn. So I use a card. I talked about this card a couple times on my channel, but it's called Tunnel Vision. Where is it at? Basically, I cast Tunnel Vision and I mill myself. I name a card and then mill until I get that card. So let me find Tunnel Vision. There it is. So the main point of this deck is to cast Tunnel Vision, and then I name Living Death with it. And then so what I do is I mill until I reveal Living Death. So if Living Death is like halfway in the deck, I will mill all these cards and then get this on top. And so I draw it for the next time. Tell me I didn't get the Pokemon Happy Meal. I'm trying to get a Pokemon Happy Meal too. I want just a foil Turtwig. And then you get all these creatures into your graveyard, cast Living Death, and then you pop off with, like, if Terror of the Peaks is in your graveyard with Grey Merchant of Asphodel, it's just a one-shot kill pretty much across the table. But I'm thinking of changing the colors. Let me know which graveyard commander I should run. But we're closing in on the last commander. So let's see. Yeah, I've got quite a few. I won't even lie. And I only have a lot just because they're, for the most part, jank. And if I really like the deck, I'll upgrade it every now and then. And some of them just don't cost much. Like Mangara didn't cost much because I already had all the Planeswalkers. I just had to add in like small things. But the last commander up is Obeka, Brute Chronologist. I'm going to pop that up on the screen. All right, there we go, Obeka. Oh, is it 1K? Yeah, it's 1K. And this deck is really fun. I haven't played it too much because of, I love Gary. But because of COVID, this deck hasn't been seeing any play because it is a hijack / stealing themed deck. And so what we do is we cast Obeka, and then we start stealing creatures, so like Mass Mutiny. Let's see if we can find any more. We steal creatures. Let's see, where is it? Where's all my theft stuff at? Goat Nap, a hilarious card. Goat Nap. Molten Primordial. And so we steal the creatures until end of turn, but then we use Obeka to end the turn and keep the creatures indefinitely. So that's what this deck's all about, stealing creatures and then keeping them for turn, Sundial of the Infinite. And then we also have a couple group hug card effects. We have like Fawn of Mythos and like Howling Mine to make sure everyone has cards to play out creatures so we can steal them. And then if we don't have Obeka out, instead of giving the creatures back, we actually sacrifice them. So we use cards like, I know I have some sack outlets in here. Where are they at? We use oh, that's Howling Mine. Ashnod's Altar is in the deck. We've also got, other sack outlets like Disciple of Bolus, you know, because if we're Spawning Pit, because if we steal the Insurrection, yeah, I do need Insurrection in this deck, steal everything. But basically if we steal creatures, but we can't keep them forever, we just sack them off and we either draw cards, gain mana from it. We have like things like Machias in the deck, so when we sack the creature we actually get it back. So that's what this deck's all about. I don't play it too much because of COVID. I don't want to make things difficult by stealing creatures over webcam, so I just don't play the deck, which is sad because it's super funny. I might have to get my play group together to test it out and see how good it actually is. But we played a similar deck on the channel back when we did the core 2021 commanders. We played Gadruk, the Crown Scourge. And then so the next deck here I have is my last deck. Or actually, I have two more. This one is a CEDH deck. Most of it isn't, it's like not proxied, but like I don't have, some of them, most of the cards are proxied. And then some of them are just, I took apart like 2 decks to make it. Just because I want to have a CEDH deck just to play. I'm not good enough to play CEDH, but I have it. It's, okay, so this is supposed to be Vial Smasher. I don't have a Vial Smasher. So I'm using Krark for now as the next best thing. But the real dude is Thrasios. I got a Thrasios. And the whole point of this deck is to, I'll put it right here so people can see all the decks. The whole point of Thrasios is the deck is filled with a bunch of ways to make infinite mana. Like we have Deadeye Navigator and Dockside Extortionist. Don't worry, this Force of Will is fake. And then other ways to make infinite mana. Like we just have a ton of ways. Hull Breacher doesn't make infinite, but it gets you a ton. Seedborn Muse for the value. This makes infinite mana with one of our mana dorks. We have Dramatic Reversal and the Scepter. What else do we got in here? We have, there's the Scepter. We have, what's the Simic guy that makes, there's Incubation Druid that makes infinite mana with this dude. And then there's a Lab Maniac. Kinnan makes infinite mana with a couple different things with either him or the, where is it at? Or Basalt Monolith. And so we make a ton of mana and then we activate our Thrasios to draw out our deck pretty much. So that's all this deck's about, making infinite mana and protecting our infinite mana source. It's a CDH deck. I wanted just to have one to play on other people's streams, or if people in the Discord wanted to play higher power. So that's why it's there. And again, if you're watching, the Discord server is in the chat. We sent a link in chat. So if you want to join our Discord server and just be up to date with what we come out with in terms of like live streams, or just chat with the Common Command community, set up games, there's the Discord server there. Make sure you join. But these are my commanders. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have one more deck I just put together. This one I randomly threw together for a stream. It's Agar the Freezing Flame, and I am quickly falling in love with this commander because it is just way too fun. It draws us cards every time we deal excess damage with a spell. So this is another spells matters deck, and basically we let the board get big. Beto wants Wart. He wants his Wart deck made. This isn't Wart. I was gonna say this is similar to Wart, but no. So basically we let the board get big, and then we board wipe with like a magma quake, and say there's a bunch of 1/1s on board. We deal 2 damage to all the 1/1s. When those 1/1s die, we draw a card for each one of them that was dealt excess damage. So if there's like someone made 10 1/1s and we deal 2 damage to all of them and they die, we get to draw 10 cards. So this deck is fun. I just threw it together for a stream, but I'm really liking the deck. It's kind of a mix of like it's pretty much Izzet control. We're board wiping. We have Fury Emancipation. There's one card I need in this deck, Excess damage. Yeah, there you go. Basically, yeah. If anything takes more damage than its toughness, that's considered excess damage. Yeah, you got it. You could change Clark the Thumbless to Bruce Tarl and play Advantage Thrasios. Yeah, I guess I could. I only had Vile Smasher as the partner because of the black tutors. Locust God, I think Locust God... Is Locust God in here? It should be. It should be in here. Let's see. But yeah, I only had Vile Smasher because black has tutors. I'll have to look into see what advantages I can get from... What is it? Red. I think Bruce Tarl is red-green or red-white. Locust God should be in here. I'm pretty sure. I think so. Because I remember playing them. I know I have the card. I guess not. He might be in a different deck then. Because I know I have a Locust God. Unless I just scammed over and didn't see. RP Scarab God. Yeah, RP Scarab God. I used to have a sick Scarab God deck. But I don't know. It was very inconsistent. It either do nothing or just pump out the zombie. So RP Scarab God. Yeah, over the past 2 years, my decks have changed quite a bit. I kind of like gear towards the newer stuff. I try to make decks around it because I feel like that's what people want to see. Dang, bro, you're about to make me flex all my commanders. I swear, guys, I'm not flexing, bro. I was just talking in chat how I'm not flexing. All right, so these are my commanders. We've got, how many I said? 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12. Oh, God. I need to get something. I need to do something with my life, man. I got 12 commander decks. That ain't right. There's a deck. So now is the time in chat. Let's focus in on one. Let's take it apart. Not take all the cards apart, but like just a commander in general. And let's replace it with something else. I could show you guys what I have on hand. I've been opening up packs quite recently because I work at a store that sells magic product. But if first person in chat just want to talk about one of the commanders, the only one that's off limits is Joda. I'm going to be keeping it. Might as well just... I'm keeping him here because of sick art. But Joda is pretty much staying the same. If you can think of add-ins for the deck, you can go ahead and let me know. But anything else, I'm down. I want a new graveyard deck. I want a new Tamir Good Stuff deck. Yeah, I'm not flexing, bro. This isn't a flex, man. This isn't a flex. Because I do have a lot of cards from the newer sets. I've been opening up a ton of stuff. Proxies, bro, chill. Yeah, some of this stuff is proxies. I need to add in the actual cards because my girlfriend got the Commander product green, but she didn't want the Sylvan Library, so she gave it to me. So we got that. These are like the expensive cards that I proxy the most. Like if I have it in multiple decks, I'll proxy them just because I can't afford to buy all them cards, man. And so while... I guess I might as well show off the token. If I'm showing off the decks, I gotta show off the custom tokens. Got the Spirit token here. 4/4 Beast. I'm a 2/2 Pig. I'm dead. Alright. And if you are joining us, I see we're up to 7. 12 commander decks. Those are rookie numbers. They are rookie numbers. They really are. Can you name something after me in Arc? Oh, yes. We have our Arc series, and I definitely can. Ashley Bellow with the Arc. Gotta pump up those numbers. I gotta get more decks. Forget deconstructing. Let's just make new commander decks. Unfortunately, my collection can't afford to make more decks. I like have enough cards, but then like half the deck will be missing because I have just enough to make half a deck. Who's your girl? Kayla is currently at work. She's working right now. That's why she's not in the background. Cool tokens. Yeah, custom tokens there. Let me hop on the Affinity Tokens gain and just start promoting them. But that would be me. Yeah, Betho's my girl. All right. These are just some random commanders I haven't been able to put away, but Rael seems really fun. Rael seems fun. Nethroy, I had a Nethroy deck. I kind of took it apart. Kind of too much mana. The Mutate, 7. We have a Toski, mono green. Wouldn't mind being mono green. We got the Boar, Finn, Vega the Watcher. So we got some Kaldheim stuff. So we got a lot of Ikoria stuff because I did open a lot of Ikoria. I love the set. Just random M21. We got the gods. We got a Sakashima. We can make a deck on that. Sakashima is really cool. This would go in the Azorius deck I was talking about. And then, yeah, I don't really want a landfall deck. It's kind of played out. Not that anyone that plays landfall is like, you know, like, what do you... Ooh. I just don't want a landfall deck. But let me tell you, these are probably my ones I want to make. I want to go mono red with Bergie. I stinking love the card. I don't know why my like does that, but Bergie's super sick. I have to pull it up on the screen. I want to make a mono red deck with it. Let me just pull it up on the screen. It's just value, you know, card draw and ramp, because it does have a backside. It does have a backside. So yeah, the front side gets you red mana every time you cast a spell, and then the backside, it lets you discard a card to exile the top two and then play them for turn. So Bergie's definitely a commander I would want to build. Sakashima, you're thinking Sakashima? Can't beat Muldrotha if you want a graveyard deck. Yeah, you already like, don't you and Kevin have Muldrotha? I don't want another Muldrotha in the pod. But those are good colors. I think if for graveyard, I definitely want green blue, and I'm thinking or black green, and either blue or red as the final color. But yeah, Sakashima's sick. I don't know what I would pair it with is the only thing, because I know I have Commander Mechanic on his channel. He has a Sakashima deck with Garuda as a companion, and it's super sick. So yeah, these are just a handful of the cards I have out. I actually have a binder specifically like that specifically has all my other commanders that I have from older sets. Mono blue clones, honestly, I'd be down. I'd have to buy all the clones because I don't have any of them. I have like 2, but that would be sick. Just cloning my opponent's stuff. That's something I'd definitely like to do. All right, I can't, unfortunately. How can I show this off without being in the way? I guess I could just take out the pages and put them back in later. That's what we'll have to do. I turned into Taigam. I forgot what happened to him. Taigam is actually a really fun commander. It was super strong. If you guys don't know Taigam, let me pull it up. Milk in the chat. That's Beto. He used to have a Taigam deck, and it was super sick. It was a graveyard deck, but the advantage from the dude is just crazy. Getting a call. Right here, Sidisi's hand. And it has built-in removal, so that's always good. I'm just really quickly... Taigam is super sick. It gets you 3 cards deep. It's pretty similar to... what's the green one? Can you show your Pokemon cards? I can show my Pokemon cards after. Yeah, I definitely can. I have some just lying. I have too many cards just on my desk lying around because at work they're super cheap and I just buy them. But we got Cyndaquil, Pikachu. This is actually really sick. Pikachu, Vulpix, Espeon, Brox, Vulpix. Casual Jake, what's up, my guy? We're just going through Pokemon cards. We are going through Pokemon cards as we try to decide what deck to make next. We got Misty Psyduck, which is super funny. I got Horsey because I love Horsey, Totodile because I love Totodile. Giovanni's Magikarp. You know, just stuff that I buy from work because I have no self-control. Alright, let's just show off the sheets. Here's a couple here. I don't really like any of the commanders on this sheet. Sakashima would definitely go in the clone, mono blue clone. I've broken up about 50 commander decks. Now I'm stick to 5 max no matter what. That's how I was. I think when I first started playing, I had like 2. And then I just kept adding to it. And then at one point I was like, all right, no more than 10. And then now look at me, 13. Like, look at me now. Here's some other commanders we've got. So there's another Sakashima, I guess. We got another one there. Can I do double Sakashima? No, I can't. I'm just going to list some of my favorite cards from here. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to comment which commanders are your favorite that I should test out, you know? I want a graveyard deck. I want a Spells Matters deck, like the Ramos. Doesn't have to be 5 colors. I want a new Stompy build. I'm going to take apart a Luna, so definitely help me out there. I want to make a group Slug deck with Queen Marquesa as the commander. No legend rule, lol, as long as they're different names. Yeah, Sakashima pairing. That honestly be fun. Like a kind of like a mono blue group hug. Everyone's drawing cards to play out their creatures, but then you're just doing it better by copying them. I actually, if Jake is still in the chat, I made a Brokos deck to play on his channel. It was Brokos Infect. Basically, we put down a bunch of like infect creatures that are small, and then we mutate Brokos onto it. And so it's a 6/6 with trample, and then it gave itself infect by mutating. So Brokos was broke. Yeah, Brokos was kind of broken. I don't like playing infect too much. I mean, I don't mind infect because thinking Beto plays infect. Garna is great. Which one's Garna? Yidris. Yidris is sick. I know MTG Mudsta has a Yidris deck featured on his channel a couple times, and it's Yidris clones. So that's actually pretty sick. But let's look at what Garna. Garna the Blood Flame. When it enters the battlefield, return to your hand all creatures in your graveyard that were put there this turn. Other creatures have haste. Oh, yeah, that's the one that just like kind of like pseudo protection from board wipe. Do you guys hear the music? I guess I turned it. Oh, it was paused. Let's restart it. Yeah, the Garna is pretty sick. Yidris Infect. Yeah, Beto has a Yidris Infect deck. If you've seen a couple of any of my gameplay videos, he was actually on there. The last one, he wasn't able to kill anyone with Infect. Hashtag sad, but if I were to go Infect, I'd probably go Brokos. I really liked how it played out. It was super strong. Just because you get to cast Brokos from your graveyard. Let me bring up Brokos. Show you guys what we're dealing with. Yeah, but let me show you Brokos, bro. Let me show you a little power. Because Yidris is cool and all, but look at this dude. Look at this dude. He lets you mutate, so you basically put him over. He threw away my wind clip. I did not throw away your wind clip. So a while back, around the time when I had my Luna deck tech come out, I had his infect. You just infect on the like recorded, but the clip somehow got deleted. Because it got rid of one of my wins too. I had that Yidris Infect win and then my mono green Questing Beast win, and both those clips just disappeared. And they were super fun games. I don't play 2-color decks and can only tolerate one deck with white in it. Yeah, that's honestly, if you're playing white, you're only really playing it for the removal. Unfortunately, don't get me wrong, I love Mangara. I love the Mangara deck, but if I had to choose between building keeping Mangara or building Burgi, I probably would go Burgi just because red has gotten some crazy amount of value. But let's see. Garna with sneak attack in your Phyrexian arena lets you keep cheating your creatures into play. Oh, Phyrexian, but doesn't Garna have to keep entering, right? Let's see. Go back. Enters the battlefield. Okay, so Phyrexian arena, you sack them. And then they have haste. Phyrexian altar. Okay. Oh, yeah. Because you make a black mana. Yeah. Phyrexian. Oh, yeah. Phyrexian is the one that lets you draw. I get what you were saying, though. Phyrexian altar. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Oh, because it gives them haste, though. Yeah. Even Phyrexian reclamation, just to bring it back to your hand to recast them. The haste is good. Let's see, what other commanders do I like that I have? Oh, here's the Queen Marchesa. Chesa? I don't know how you guys say it. But Queen Marchesa. I want to make a group slug deck with it. I have the list already ready. I'm actually going to make a deck tech on it. It's all about everyone taking pain. You're drawing cards, you're taking a damage. You're playing spells, you're taking a damage. You're tapping lands, you're taking a damage. Oh my god, y'all heard that car? Phyrexian Reclamation is so good. Yeah, it is. Beto, the Phyrexian Reclamation was just reprinted as an uncommon. And I think it was printed in Jumpstart and Commander Legend. So it's like super cheap right now. So I have a couple copies. Actually, if I know Casual Jake's friend Andrew has a Belby deck, and that I kind of slept on Belby. It's actually pretty strong. It gets you 6 mana if you deal 1 damage to each opponent, which is super strong. Yeah, Belby's super good. Honestly, I also have a Morphon, and I wouldn't mind trying out Tribal. People are talking about Tribal, and I definitely wouldn't mind because I have a lot of Tribal support cards. But I want a graveyard deck. Let's focus in on that. I want a new graveyard deck. Cedrus isn't cutting it for me. So I'm gonna just move these commanders to the side. And we're gonna focus on Cedrus. Help me build a new graveyard deck, guys. Or at least help me decide which commander to choose. Because I'll show you the ones I had. And then where we've gone from since then. So Cedrus is for graveyard commander. So we used to have, before Cedrus was Nithroy. We had that. Give lands matter some love. Don't get me wrong. I definitely love like land-based decks, and I think they're super strong. I personally haven't made one yet, just because there's a couple in our pod. And if I were to do it, I want to do it different. I don't want to play Omnath or something. I want it to be just like a surprise, you know, like I'm playing a random commander and it's land based. Oh, actually, I lie. I used to have a Tatsuyova deck when I first started playing, and that deck was strong. So, ooh, even a Romy, the Dead Tide. This is another commander I would love to build. The Encore mechanic is actually really good. So you make a ton of copies of your creatures. Let's see, where are my other graveyard commanders? I'm trying to think who else I had in the deck. We have a Marin. Hogak. Yeah, I was just about to say we have Marin, and the only reason why I don't want to make Marin the commander, or like Hogak, is because I don't want a Golgari commander deck. I want to add one more color. I play 4-color Golos lands. Let me know if you want deck list. I used to have a Golos deck. It was Planeswalkers though, and I took that apart pretty quickly. Oh, here's the boy. Honestly, I might just have to rebuild Villas. Villas is super fun. So these are pretty much the graveyard commanders that I have. I might have more. I'm sure that I do. But, ooh. Okay, this is the only reason why I want to build another Carador, to put Athreos in the deck. Because that is just strong. But then again, I guess not, because you want the creatures to go to your graveyard to then cast again later on. So, I don't know. I definitely want to build a graveyard themed deck though. I definitely want to build one. I'm trying to see what other cards I have. Golos is sick though. I actually have a Golos land-based land matters deck tech on the channel. It was one of my first videos to get 1,000 views. So Golos, yeah, Golos is super popular. I'm just trying to think, because I wanted to put Athreos in my graveyard deck, but now I'm thinking about it, I kind of want the creatures going to the bin. I don't know. But anyways, if you guys are anyone new here and wants to join our Discord server to talk Magic, I'll leave another link in the chat. You can join through there. We've got some great Magic talk, and then if you're even looking just for a group to play webcam games, occasionally we'll bust people out. But all right, guys, graveyard deck. Who you going with? Who are we going with? Should I keep it Cedrus and keep it because of the colors? I only have Cedrus because I love the blue and red creatures. But I definitely... Ah, man. I love Terror of the Peaks in the graveyard deck because it's so good. I'm trying to think what command... But that's another gen deck if I do blue, black, red. It's another gen deck. Athreos? Yeah, Athreos is sick. I definitely, if I don't make a deck around it, I definitely want it in a deck at least, because I had to buy it because it's just so sick. That'd be a fun Aristocrats deck, if anything. I know Beto wanted to build Athreos. That might have to be the move. I have enough graveyard themed cards to make 2 decks. And I want, man, like white. The only reason why I want to build Carador is because it has graveyard, like these decks have graveyard synergies, but the white isn't enough to justify it. Don't get me wrong, Athos would be great because it would be more like an Aristocrats kind of deck, but for like a graveyard deck where you're cheating big creatures into play, I want green in it for sure, and it needs black. I Bajuka Bog you. Yeah, Bajuka Bog, the bane of my existence. I had I remember I was playing on, I think on my channel, I had a sick graveyard and I was about a living death, but someone Bajuka Bogged me before my turn, and literally like my chances of winning just went to 0 because all my good cards were in the graveyard. Oh man, I want green. I definitely want green, black, something. But I don't have, like, I don't know who would be good for the graveyard deck. But I definitely like Athreus. So that'll be a nice. If anything, I'll replace, here we go. We'll get rid of these two boys, the partner deck, my 3rd gen deck. We'll get rid of these two and replace it with Athreus and make Athreus aristocrats. Because Tevezat can make the tokens. We'll have a bunch of token generation. And then we can make Athreus the helm. So I'm scared of that. Yeah, Bojuka Bog is not the best. It's such a good card. And I still own 0 copies of Bojuka Bog. I have none. But I think, yeah, Edmond, I think you've got the move, man. We're going to replace these two with Athreus. I have been wanting to try out. Is it Athreus or Athreus? I want to say Athreus, but I feel I've heard a ton of people say Athreus. So I don't know. But I'm going to call it Athreus. Yeah, we'll replace these two. Because, I mean, yeah. Marin was my first deck, but I took it apart for Arami. Yeah, Arami. Yeah, they're both right here. This commander just seems way too sick. You basically make a token copy of the creature you bring out for each opponent you have. So if you have a Grey Merchant of Asphodel, and if you encore it, you get 3 of them if everyone's alive. So you get 3 Grey Merchants. They all enter the field, and you deal triple stinking Grey Merchant effect, devotion part. So Aromi is definitely a contender. You know what? I'm not gonna make these two. I don't want white in the deck. I want something like. Cedrus is only there for the colors, but I want green in it, you know? And I might have to rebuild Mono Black Villas because that deck was way too fun. But we'll definitely do this. Sidisi. Sidisi, another, is the same colors as... yeah, Sidisi Brood Tyrant. What's it do again? Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard, you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So DC could work. I don't have that card, but it could definitely work. Is Arami better than the hooded guy? Same colors. I forgot the name. I don't know which hooded guy you're talking about. I'm trying to think. Hooded. Same colors. Demir. Let's see. Let's go to EDH Rec. Let's find out. Commanders. 2-color. Demir. Let's see. What was that one card I kept playing against your Villas that he hated so much? Oh, there's this one card Betha played against me. Basically, Villas, whenever I lose a life, I draw a card. But then Betha would play, I forget the name. He would play an enchantment that every time I drew a card, I lost a life. And so I would, oh, what was it? Oh, I know. It's like black. Here, I have the, no, I don't have the card on me right now. It's like black. I forget what it's called. If you guys know in chat. But basically, I would draw a card, lose a life. But since I lost a life, Villas would let me draw a card. But then I draw a card, I lose a life. Yeah, the 3 black one, yeah. I love Villas, though. That's one of my favorites. Let's see which one you were talking about, the hooded guy. We got our Demir. Scarab Gun. Oh, Lazov, Demir Mastermind. Lazov. Is that the one you're talking about? Is that the one that becomes a copy of creatures? Yeah, I think so. So I think that might be the one you're talking about. Underworld Dreams. Yeah, that's the enchantment. That stinking screwed me up. Yes, Lazov. Yeah, he's sick. That's definitely a fun. Excuse me. When he becomes a copy. Yeah. So me personally, I like Arami better. They're different decks though. If you think about it, the Lazov is all about, you know, it's a copy based deck, whereas Arami is more about creating tokens. I'll put it up on the screen just because my camera's acting really blurry. But let me see. There it is right here. Arami basically lets you cast creatures from your graveyard, and then when you do cast it with the Encore ability, you get to make token copies of it. So let's say there's a Grey Merchant in my graveyard and there's 3 opponents. If I Encore the Grey Merchant and cast it for 5 mana, it'll enter, but it'll enter with 2 more because there's 3 opponents. And so then we have 3 Grey Merchant triggers on the stack. And so Arami is just super strong in that sense. So I definitely want to try it out. I'm trying to see what colors I have. Green, black, something. Green, black, something. Might have to build the Athreus, though. Yeah, Lazav is cool, though. I could go partners, you know? I could just put like a random color pairing of partners to get the colors I want. But then that's just gonna be me playing another 5-4 color deck. Yeah, Rami is super good. She's really good. You basically make token copies of whatever creature you cast from your graveyard. So, it's a sick commander. I definitely want to make a deck on it to show it off on the channel. So that might have to be the move. That might have to be the move. Let's see what commanders we got here. Yeah, I guess I don't want to build Jund. I might have to go like, oh, I guess we could do Damia. I had this deck for like a second and took it apart right away. Damia, Sage of Stone, 7 CMC. It'd be more for the colors, but it does draw you cards. Oh, I remember what happened to my Modrotha. It ended up as Breya. How did it go from Modrotha to Breya? Hello? But Breya's power. Let's look up Damia. Damia, how about that? You guys like Damia? It's more here for the colors, but also look at that 4/4 Death Touch, and we draw up to 7 each turn. How would you guys feel about that? Replacing Cedrus with Damia, because I definitely want green. So we're dropping the red to add green, because green has a ton of synergistic graveyard cards like Greater Good. Damia sexy, bro. Low key. Look at that art. Did Damia? No, Damia didn't get a secret layer. She kind of reminds me of Karametra. She has like the whole head thing going on. Damia is sick. I think Damia might be the move. I think Damia is the move. If you guys think Damia is the move, let me know, bro. But replacing Cedrus for Damia, drop red, get green. Then we'll be in the true colors. I could play Muldrotha in the deck. Better make me act up, bro. Beto, chill, bro. Hop off the live stream. Better get demonetized. I think that might be it. Damia. I might want to build this, though. Romy. I might have to test build that. All right, we got the graveyard decks out the way. These are maybes. Just gonna leave them up there, just because. Yeah, I'm reminiscing now with Villas, and then you guys got this Aromi talk, make me want to build a Aromi now. But let's move on. I need a new, another new commander deck that I really need to build. Is my Tamir Good Stuff one, which is basically just playing out all the creatures. A Stompy build. Damia for the win. Forget red. Yeah, screw red. We'll make a. If anything, we'll just replace Mangara with Bergi, make a mono red deck. But let's see, where's the next deck at? It's right here, Ghidorah. As much as I love the deck and have had super fun playing it, it's just not consistent. So I'll bust out the commander so we can read it one more time. It's a Luna Apex of Wishes. I love the deck. It just too much. It relies too much on the mutate mechanic to where you have to fill the deck with cards with mutate instead of just value cards, you know? Like we have a bunch of just random cards that probably shouldn't be in the deck, but they need to be because of the mutate. Bro, Maelstrom Wonder, bro. Hear me out. Maelstrom Wonder foil etched. Hear me out. I was able to pull one from a pack. I do love Maelstrom Wonder. Yeah, I love Tamir. It's here. Let me show you the main competitors in my head. But Maelstrom Wonder is a good one. The only thing with Maelstrom Wonder is the deck becomes Maelstrom Wonder. Use gloves for that treasure. Use gloves. It's not even in a sleeve. I won't even lie. It's not even in a sleeve. Animar is like perfect though. And I was just about to say Animar is another top contender. There we go. He's in a sleeve now. He's gonna get all that glare. Serac, Dragonclaw, make your creatures uncounterable. I that's another good one. I don't have the commander, unfortunately. Where's my Luna deck in? It's in here, so no, it's not. Let me show you all. Let's throw off the contenders. We got chat talking now. Let's see, where's the top contenders? Where's Animar? So we got Maelstrom Wonder. We got... I do want to keep it to mirror. And if anything, drop blue possibly. But let's see. Where's Animar? I know I have Animar in this deck. Got Quartzwood Crasher. If that thing was legendary, bro, say less. Trample Tribal. There's Animar. Yeah, you need Animar in your Maelstrom Wonder deck. I'm sure hell just throw them at you. Alright. Now hear me out. Hear me out. The next commander I'm going to bring out is not as popular, like to replace Illuna with, but hear me out. I feel like this deck would be just so stinking fun and derpy. Where's the commander at? I know I have one. It's Gruul, so it drops blue. But hear me out. Let me look for the commander real quick. Flip through some pages. Flip through some. For Gruul, Nakia would work. Is that the one I'm trying to look for? I'm trying to think. Which one's Nakia? Not Rada, not Rada. Where is that commander at? Hello? Ooh, Hans Eriksson is actually super fun. The only thing with Hans Eriksson is you have to protect... Oh, I know I have the card. It's hiding somewhere. Which one's Nakia? Oh, here we go. Alright, now hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Hear me out. Party Girl. Oh, Nakia is the one that gives you double mana, but you can only play creatures. Oh, okay. Let me look it up. Now, hear me out. Galia. Now, hear me out. We're not going to make the tribal. The Satire's tribal. Wait. Oh, it's with the Y. No, did I spell it wrong? What am I doing? No. What about the copy creature legend dude? Yeah, we'll get to Sakashima in a bit. How the hell do you spell Nakia? Nikya. Wait, isn't that what I put? Ni. Okay. I think I know which one. Yeah, okay, that one. The one. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add double mana. That's a good one. Now, the only reason it's banned... Oh, I know what you're doing. Bethel's talking about the otter. He's talking about otter. It's banned, unfortunately. It's only banned so you can't use it as a companion because it's just a free companion if you're running the colors. So yeah, it's banned. I mean, I'm sure if I play with anyone, they wouldn't mind. It's a pretty cool card. But hear me out. Now, this is why I'm saying Galia, bro. Only because it would be memey, derpy, and when you attack with 3 or more creatures, you discard a card, then draw 2 cards. It's just fun. You know, you discard 1 random card, draw 2 cards for attacking. You know, all about attacking, all about playing creatures. It's just fun. Which one are you talking about? What about the copy creature, copy legend rule? Copy creature, copy spell. It's like 2 dudes in the art. Oh, you're talking about Riku. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Jeff Aqua got you, bro. Riku. I don't have that card. Or I might. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Riku of 2 reflections. That's another good card. I do like Riku. Ah, dang. I don't have that card, though. I'm not looking to buy more cards, man. But, no, Riku would be good. Riku would be super sick. I don't think I have that card, though, unfortunately. No, I don't have a Riku. That'd be sick, though. Alright, what are we thinking, boys? What are we thinking? Hey, the brother Seth in here. What it do? You have all the cards you want as long as you have a printer. You're right. We do got a printer. Spamming Riku's ability. Riku's fun. Seth is right. We have the card if we have the printer. Riku's a good. Let me put. Riku's already up. Okay, you guys don't like Galia. You guys weren't liking the Galia thing I was trying to go for. It'd just be funny. It'd just be funny. I'm just trying to look for commanders that don't see too much play, you know? I'm trying to be different, you know? But don't get me wrong, I love Animar, I love Maelstrom Wanderer. The problem I have with Maelstrom Wanderer is that I love the card, it's super powerful, but the whole deck becomes about him, you know? Not that you're playing cards that, you're playing obviously good cards, but you're also ramping super hard to get him out and then like recast him over and over again, which is fine. I don't know. But then at the same time, you don't have to build it that way, I guess. And then I like Animar because of cost reduction. So we're definitely going to change this. I'm down for the meme. Put it up on the screen. Riku is up on the screen, my guy. Put who up on the screen? I'm down for the meme. I don't know. Oh, you don't know what Galia does. Yeah, look at that blur. All right, let's see. Can I... Gotcha. Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen. I guess it's not the best. Oh, wait. Maelstrom also gives your creatures haste, huh? Galia. Oh, what? How did I spell her name? Oh, it's with two L's. Galia, if it will load. It basically, when we attack with 3 or more creatures, we discard a card at random and then draw 2 cards. On the screen. Yeah, Galia is sick though. I mean, it's not. It's really not. But the art is funny. It has haste. It doesn't give our other creatures haste. It only gives Satires haste. I remember when I first got into the 60 card format, I wanted to make a Pioneer deck with Galia. Pain, bro, pain. It's fun. It doesn't give our other creatures haste though. It only gives Satires. Yeah, it's for the meme, but yeah, that's kind of whack. I'd rather give. I mean, if we're going, I want this build to be strong because I've got some really strong cards, and I think Maelstrom, Animar, and Riku are definitely good contenders. I like Animar. I like these two more over Riku because these are actually cheating stuff into play, where Riku is you're paying more to get more, whereas these are like literally cost reduction and then casting stuff for free. That's the only reason why I like these two more than Riku, because that's what this deck is all about. It has a ton of high CMC creatures. That way we can mutate them in for free. So what are we thinking, boys? I mean, I might have more Tamir stuff, like, or more creature-based deck or cards. Let's look through this. Do we have any in here? That's like a land deck. No, not really. I did do Animar. I used to have an Animar deck. Grand Warlord Rada. Is Grand Warlord the name or just Rada? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whenever one or more creatures you control adjusting attacks to get that much mana. That's cool. I like that one. I don't have that card. I mean, technically I do. You know, Seth brought up the good point of the printer. That is a good Gruul deck, though. It'd be better than Galia, for sure. Actually, and I guess it replaces the draw with ramp, which is great. And I do like, yeah, I don't know. This is hard. I do want a good Gruul deck, though. I mean, not Gruul. Either Tamir or Gruul. But it's looking like it might have to be Tamir. Both Radas are good. Yeah, the other Rada's pretty good. I have it somewhere in here. The one that lets you play, it doesn't let you play extra lands, which sucks, but it lets you go deeper, and then it can beef itself up pretty thick. Heart of Keld, yeah. There it is right there. Is that my music making that? What is that? Can you guys hear? Do you guys even hear the music? I have it like all the way turned down, just so it doesn't bother me. But now that I'm thinking about it, do you guys even hear music? I just faintly hear it in my ear going. All right. I actually love this card a lot too. A Moti, Celebrant of Bounty. I actually did a deck tech on this one. I'll bust it up. It also gives creatures with 6 CMC Cascade, which is fine to put into the deck. But I really like this card. We're losing on red, and I definitely want red in the deck because I have a ton of great red cards that I want to play. But this deck is... not until you pointed it out. So I'm assuming you didn't hear it until I said so. Good stuff all day. Yeah, emoji just 6 CMC or higher good stuff. That's all it really is. But it definitely goes into the deck. I'm looking more towards Maelstrom Wonder since I've already made an Animar deck. So I'm going to be that guy with the Maelstrom Wonder deck. I was looking to like, I guess Dominate. You know, we could have a thinking busted OP stuff commander. So I definitely don't mind Maelstrom. If you guys, how we feeling on Maelstrom? We looking to lock in on Maelstrom Wonder as our Tamir good stuff commander? Let me turn this up just a little bit. That might be too high. Maelstrom is OP. It's not OP, but it's really good. That haste is, yeah, the haste is really good. The haste is sick. Creature control have haste, and then you cascade twice. Maelstrom isn't OP, but it's definitely strong. Like, it's not a casual. If you're ramping them out and getting them out turn 5, it's definitely super strong, especially if you're setting up the top of your library. It's really strong. I like Maelstrom. I think we might have to go Maelstrom. So I'm just gonna set these aside, or just put them back. Put Rada back. Where's Rada? And I think we're closing in on Maelstrom. And if they kill it, they suffer, just like Prosh. Exactly. That's huge point there. You kill Maelstrom, you just get the cascade again. You kill Prosh, you just make more tokens. You make more than what you had before, which is what I really like about the commander. It's always a threat. It's not something to where if I get rid of it, it's fine. Well, if I get rid of it, we have to deal with it. Deal with it some more. It's really good. So we're going to cash in Maelstrom. The deck we'll be able to take out some of the mutate cards and add in that fast ramp that we have. All right, let's move on. What else are we going to do? Let's see who else I want to change. I want to switch up. Who did I say I wanted to switch up? I guess this we have. So the ones I don't mind changing: Tuvasa. We've got Mangara. Lock him in. Yep. Maelstrom locked in. I like commanders like Prosh. They are loose. That's loose for opponents. Yep, they are. They really are. We got Ramos. I'm not really looking to change Ramos just because I did just build it. 5 color. I didn't just build the 5-color Storm deck, but I did change it to Ramos, and I'm still kind of experimenting to see how good he is. I don't want to get rid of the Dragon, but I might have to. And then what else we got here? I don't want to get rid of. So Prosh and Joda are pretty much going to stay. These are my boys. These are the boys. What's the new theme? The new theme for what? The new theme for the new set? The new theme for Maelstrom? What new theme? These are the commanders we have left to kind of switch up. What's the new theme? Loki, I kind of want to make a. Let's see what commanders we have here. Let's look at which one. No, like for the next deck. Oh, that's what we're choosing right now. Maelstrom. If you're talking about Maelstrom, I'm just gonna keep it Tamir good stuff. It's gonna add in a lot of more fast ramp. Not gonna change too much in the deck. I guess more so top deck manipulation to make sure we cascade into actual good stuff. Keep my Dragon because if I break it apart, I'm end up going to be building it again. That is true. I do love the Dragon, and it is lower power, like it's the precon. So I do like having that around for newer players, like I said earlier. I guess I could keep the Dragon. Yeah, I want to make a Bergie. I don't know which one to replace, but Bergie just for mono red good stuff. I'm thinking getting rid of mono white for mono red. Let me bust out Bergie on the screen for you. Beto specifically, because he doesn't know anything about the new sets. So yeah, whenever you cast a spell, you get red mana. And I think this card just literally goes infinite with Sensei's Divining Top. Is it the top? No, you need something else, right? There's something else you need. I forget what it is. It goes infinite with the top and something else. Bergy power level. I'm not looking to go CEDH, but enough to compete, you know? Any deck can be strong as long as the synergies within the 99 work together well. Bergy for me is just an all-out value card. It ramps you, and then it has card draw on the back. It probably does go infinite with Cheerios. The one thing it probably misses is blue, but even then, does it even need blue? Because look at the back. But let me show you the other side. So you can cast it for either side, and this side lets you discard a card to basically draw 2 cards and play them for turn. We could go. I do want an artifacts themed deck. We definitely could go artifacts. I have a lot of artifacts from was it Double Masters? So I have a ton of artifacts in that sense. So we definitely could go the mono red artifacts. I wasn't looking to build another creature themed deck. We've already got that one. We got a graveyard creatures. We got aristocrats. I'm open with Bergy. I'm open to see what you guys think. I just hate that I got a new webcam, but I don't know. Next upgrade is just gonna be a regular camera, so we'll keep Bergy up to the side. I'm probably gonna replace Mangara unless anyone really wants to keep it. Let's see. Why didn't tell me you had a burner account where you dance like a badass? Have you tried Feldon Red Gravy? I don't have that card, but Feldon actually seems strong. And Seth, what you mean, my guy? I don't dance. I do not dance. Bergy is another storm deck like Ramos. True. It didn't post a link. RIP. I'm dead. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Bergy is another storm deck like it's kind of, I guess. It is. The thing with Bergy is I'm not looking to just storm off, but I definitely see it storming off. I just like the value from it, you know? I like the value. But I love Mangara. I love my mono white deck. I love how it just makes tokens, gains life, and then draws cards. Like, literally, one turn cycle, I could draw up to 3 cards. Minimum 3 cards, because who's not playing 2 spells a card, or 2 spells a turn? And then if they try to get rid of Mangara, I'm just like, hey, bro, I'm playing mono white. What are you doing, my guy? Don't get rid of my commander. So I love Mangara, but Bergy. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got. We still got Sakashima in the running to build a new deck. I want to see you play Wart. Yeah. You know what? But though, actually, let me bust out this commander. I had a similar deck to Wart. I'm actually making a patron exclusive deck tech. Keep Mangara does it. All right. I sent it in Discord. All right. I'll post a link. I could post a link for you. Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't let you post a link, but let's see what this is. I mean, I can keep Mangara. Yeah, I can. I guess that does kind of look like me if I grew up my hair. Here, let's see if I could put this in chat for everybody. That's hilarious. All right, whatever. Any tribes you like besides dragons? I do want to make a new tribal deck, and I want it to have blue specifically because I got that blue card. All right, we'll keep Mangara. I do love Mangara. You guys convinced me into Mangara, but Mangara's sick. Bergy's a maybe still. Let me show you the card I have from Kaldheim. What's it called? The mono blue one. It's the enchantment Lit Jara. I don't know how to spell that. Let's see if this pops up. No. Let's just type in lit. Let's see how many cards have lit in it. It's a blue card. It's mono blue. It's an enchantment. Can I organize by sorted by no CMC? Let's go by set. Oh god, no. All right, you guys gotta help me out. What's it called? How do you spell it? The enchantment card. Reflections. Yeah. I do want to make a tribe deck, a tribe themed deck. I'm thinking. I don't want to make elves. Reflections of Lit Jara. There we go. This card. I pulled this card in, which is crazy good. If you're tribal, it doubles up all the creatures you cast pretty much. I have enough merfolk to make a merfolk tribal deck. I just used to build elves, yes. But I want blue. How am I going to build blue elves, you know? Are there any blue elves? I was thinking merfolk just because I used to have a merfolk deck, and so I have enough of the cards and I would use probably like Tishana, voice of. Make a lit tribal. All cards have to have something lit in the art or the letters lit in the name. Lit tribal. Just ask the pod if I cast a card with lit. Can I just copy it, my guy? I do want to make a tribal deck. I love Reflections of Lit Jar. I think that's stinking sick. Maybe some Simic ones. Boom, that's your next deck tech. Blue elves. That is something. I wonder if there are any in. I mean, I guess the elves themselves don't have to be blue. I just have to name elves. And so when I cast a green elf, I make a second one. But if I'm building elves, I'm building Golgari elves. Because that one commander, the precon, is nice. You're welcome, free of charge. This man. Could I do elves? I'm trying to think what other commanders I could do that's in blue. I could do something with Sakashima, I guess. Since it is a change. Is it a changeling? No, it's a human rogue. Rip. Never mind. Something with blue. What are some good tribes that have blue in it? Oh boy, did a S tribal deck with Scion once. The gimmick was a waste of my time. Oh man. Should I bring back Unesh? Mono blue Sphinx tribal? I had that. Let me just show you what Unesh does. Azuri Claw of Progress is a Simic Elf. Oh, that's right. Azuri is a Simic Elf. And he pumps them up too. I might have two of these. Is it one end? I might have two of the Litjaras. But that used to be my Sphinx tribal commander. Right there, Unesh. Or Vorl. I guess I could do Simic Elves. I have two Azuri decks. Bethel has two Azuri decks. Azuri is a beast. Yeah, Bethel's Azuri deck is super strong. But I could do Sphinx Tribal. I really could. But I don't want to do Mono Blue, though. But I don't want to do Azorius. I mean, I guess I could do Azorius Sphinx Tribal with this dude. Isperis Supreme Judge. Whenever a creature attacks you or planeswalker you control, you draw a card. Sphinx Tribal. How do you guys like? I loved my Sphinx Tribal deck. Unesh got me so much card advantage. How do you guys feel about that? I'm trying to, let me look through what other tribes we have. All right, let's go ahead. I'm just going to get rid of these for now. We're just kind of just brainstorming commanders to build. I guess we're going to keep Mangara. We might replace these, and this will keep. Okay. Let's just put down some things. Azaria B. So we got Bergie, Mono Red, if you guys like it. We got this dude representing the Sphinxes. Let's see what other tribes. I do want to make another tribal deck because I really only have dragons. And tribal has gotten so much support. So let's see. Turtle tribal. Something with blue in it though. Definitely want blue in it. Let's see what I got. Elemental Tamir Elemental Tribal. You also need to deconstruct some decks. My Jund land deck is a snooze fest now. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting tired of these decks. Like, I just built that partner deck. Luna I'm kind of getting tired of, and this graveyard deck I'm getting tired of. So that's exactly why I had this live stream. Also, I just wanted to test out live streaming, test it out. I know Seth is pretty much a pro. Make a cyberpunk deck with Azuri and Phyrexians. that's sick. Tamir Elementals are crazy. Yeah, Tamir Elementals are crazy. A cyberpunk deck. I actually don't have cyberpunk. Omnath at the helm. I don't even know if I have the Tamir Omnath. Human mutant. I'm trying to see what. Let's see. I'm trying to bust out the commanders so we can just talk. I'm looking for. All right. Tamir God Tribal. Are there enough Tamir Gods to make Tamir God Tribal? Ooh, bro, if anyone's got an Essica, 5-color Essica God Tribal. Thoughts? Yeah, you should definitely start streaming. Do it both. I know Cardboard Command, they stream both on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. You should definitely try it out. I mean, we can go Morphon and just restrict ourselves by only playing blue and green. I do want a good Simic deck, though. I really want a good Simic deck. I love Simic. It's my favorite color pairing. Essica Legends. Yeah, that's exactly why. Essica is just way too good. Essica is way too good. Let's see. I'm trying to see what legends I got. Blue, something with blue green. Calamex, Elemental. This one. Otrimi, Nightmare, Beast. Beast Tribal, guys. Not enough support. I could go Pirates Tribal. I don't have all the pirate cards, but I have Malcolm and Breaches. That's another thing. Pirates. Then I've also got Kumena, which was my Merfolk tribal deck, or commander, which was actually really fun. Inala for Grixis Wizards. Do I have an Inala? I don't think I have enough wizards, honestly. I don't think I have enough wizards to make it. Inala. But that's definitely an option. I love Elegant Crossroads Augur. The Sphinxes, bro. The Sphinxes are calling my name. You guys need to talk me out of building Sphinx Tribal again. You guys, I need your help, man. Wizards, though. Wizards does seem fun. I just don't know if I... Oh, there's my Locust God. It's right there. Oh, look at all these Sphinxes in my binder because I had a Sphinx deck. What? Oh, here's another elf. Rashmi for Elf Tribal. I hated that deck. You hated my Sphinx deck? Bro, all I did was draw cards, my guy. All I did. It's been therapeutic not to look in my binder these past few months. No more deck building anxiety. That's me right now. Me right now. Oh, here's the Breaches for the Malcolm. There we go. Pirate Tribal. Draw and hold 1,000,000 counters. Now hear me out. If I build another Sphinx deck, I won't put all the counters. Yanet. The Yanet precon. Which one's Yanet? Oof. I love Yanet. I love Yanet. I think most of my Sphinxes are even CMC though. 4, 5. But then again, it's just card draw. Bro, that might be the move. Wait a minute. Yanet, Sphinx, Tribal, then the black to bring him back. I have Yanet, don't I? Oh, it's in my Joda deck. Thassa Sea Monsters. Where's Thassa? Which Thassa? Oh no. Yeah, well honestly the Yanet might be the move. Wait a minute. Thassa Sea Monsters. Which Thassa? I forget which one. The mono blue one? That would actually be fun. Thassa Deep Dwelling, Thassa God of the Sea. I guess those are only two. Do I have Thassa Deep Dwelling. So I actually could do that. I'd have to see if I have enough Sea Monsters. Yes, go Yanet. Oh, we got some competition on this one. And I won't even lie, I have a lot of the Kaldheim commanders too, if you guys can think of anything from there. But Yanet or Thassa Sea Monsters. Do I have enough I mean, I should have enough Sea Monsters. Finn the mono green, that touch infect. Oof. Finn infect. Beto, let me show you a card, man. I think I already told Beto about it. Turgid. I don't have Turgid, but I saw your gameplay of Turgid, Seth, and that thing popped off. You guys need to check out Seth, his YouTube channel. He has a sick Turgid video. That's crazy. Yeah, that sounds good, but odds are even. Yeah, the odds and even thing kind of messes me up. But, I mean, even if I'm attacking and then just drawing a card from it isn't terrible. And then you get to play black with it. What color pairing is that called? Blue, white, black. That's what is that called? I forget. But Yanet actually wouldn't be bad. Yanet wouldn't be terrible. I'm actually kind of liking that. Sphinx Tribal, because I have a ton of white and blue Sphinxes that I never could put into my mono blue Sphinx deck. But if I use Yanet, now I got even more options. That might be. You know what? Any objections? I might lock. Let me put up Yannette back on the screen. I might lock it in. I might have to lock it in. All right, there it is. Do we got objections for Yannette before I lock it in? Because I do that sounds like a fun deck. Sphinx Tribal Yannette. That's gonna be sick. And I could even throw Sakashima in there because a lot of the Sphinxes I do have are legendary. That way, when I make copies of them with Littjara, I can just have multiple of the legends. That might be the move. Gotta go, guys. Take care. Check out my decks. Need likes. LOL. All right, Edmond. Let me go ahead and. I can't really click on you. I can copy and paste, I guess. All right, Edmond. Take care, man. Take care. Oh, the the playlist I was watching ended. Let's start it from the top. Oh, you know, let's listen to some. Show you some music. I don't know the rules with like Esper. There we go, Esper. I don't know the rules with like YouTube and playing music. I like that's copyrighted, so I'm not gonna play copyrighted music. But I do have some bangers I can play. Esper. I think I'm gonna have to lock in Yannette Esper. Copy this. Let's see. Yannette Sphinxes. I'm gonna have to lock that one in as a new tribal deck because I mean tribal's cool. Merfolk I already did, which is pretty strong. I just don't know if I want to do that again. And then we could do elf or pirates. I don't think I have enough pirates though. I think we're gonna have to go to Sphinxes. I'm bringing back Sphinxes with Yannette. I have Yannette. It's just in my Joda deck. I have to take it out. All right. I think that covers those. I'm actually gonna throw Sakashima in there too, so I don't forget. All right, let's choose one more deck. Let's choose one more deck to build. This one, I'll just kind of let you guys take the ranks on it. I'll show you like, let's see, what do we have so far? But let's do one more to finish off the stream. We've been going at it for what? Almost 2 hours now. So this lasts for 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and let's build one more deck. We got still 5 people here. Let's see. We got Agar, which is from Kaldheim. And if you guys want me to build a different Kaldheim deck, I wouldn't mind. I would get some gameplays with this before I take it apart. Tuvasa the Sunlit, definitely don't mind building a different companion deck. That's one I don't mind taking apart. Then these, for the most part, I kind of want to keep. Obeka, just because I haven't been able to play it yet. I'm going to have to get together with Beth, though. I'm trying to play that one. Dragon, we're going to keep. I'll keep the Dragon. Ramos, maybe if you want to change it a bit, take away some of the colors, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 5 color decks. And then we've got Bergie here to build. Asperia. Let's check out Asperia. Tuvasa is fun, don't get me wrong. I love enchantments, and Tuvasa is super strong. And then I did have, I don't know if you were here for it, but I do have Karuga Tuvasa, so I have the companion for it. Oh, I know it. Yeah, I don't have that card, Asperia, but I know that one definitely, it has like an infinite combo. I know that it does. To where you just take infinite either turns or combat, but that's all I gotta say is Wart the Redeemed, right? Wart the Redeemed. Oh, Beth, I'd even show you the commander. I was gonna, dang it. Wait, hold on, Beth. Give me like 2 seconds, my guy. Give me like 2 seconds, my guy, right here. It's basically Wart, but more colors. If you're still here. This deck I had built for like a second. This is the one I was talking about. That's gonna be a patron-only deck tech. It's pretty much like Wart. If it'll pop up. No, my Karuga deck tech was with Emoti. Emoti, make a Spore Frog deck where you rule 0 Spore Frog for your commander. That's annoying, but Spore Frog, man. Bethel plays a lot of Spore Frog, or he did in his Muldrotha deck. No, my deck tech wasn't with this one. If I ain't worth it, I don't want it. No, this one right here, Ink Trader Nephilium. It's basically Wart. If you copy what, there it is. It popped up on the screen now. Did it really though? I think this thing is just lagging. Let me just refresh this page. It's basically a wart, but for 4 colors. It's one of the Nephiliums, so it's not a legendary creature, but it's basically wart. Why is Yannette still on the screen? Oh, it's not. I'm just paused. I paused my own live stream. I'm a bop. Yeah, so whenever you cast a spell that targets this creature, you copy it for each other creature. So you do stuff. I had the deck built. I just took it apart. But there's stuff that like target creature gets a -1, -0, draw a card, and then you get to draw a card. Or let's see. Is it worth the redeemed? No. Let's see. I'm just gonna type wart. Yeah, Ink Trader is basically a wart, just more colors, and it costs less, 4 compared to 6. I gotta see my child before I leave. I'm dead. Let's see the wart pop up. There it is. Wart with all them goblins. That thing is ugly, my guy. That thing is ugly. All right. I don't know. Yeah, the Ink Trader Nephilium, I had it built for a second. I just never showed it off on the channel or anything because I didn't have it completely made. Ugh, beautiful. Pretty much, yeah. Chef's kiss. I'm dead. All right, guys, what are we building? I need just like one more random commander that... Just the random commander. Nothing... I want to do something random. Because I might just go Bergie. Can't wait to see that deck. Yeah, the Ink Trader deck. I'm gonna be. I have the deck list. All I need to do is just do the audio, and I can get that out pretty quick for you, Jeff, Mr. Jeff. I'm gonna do that for patron only deck tech. I have that made, and then I could do wart for the regular channel because the decks are pretty similar. But this one is a lot. I feel like a lot better because you're playing all 4 colors, so you can make tokens for everyone, especially with white. There's that one white enchantment, or I guess not, but there's a ton of stuff in white to make a bunch of tokens, so you can draw a ton of cards, and you literally draw so many cards. So I'm gonna have to get that for you. Yeah, let me see. Here's some random commanders. What are your like favorite underrated commanders at the moment? I might have to go Villas. I have oh, these two are these weren't locked in or nothing, but we're locking in Sphinx Tribal. It's locked in. We're gonna make Sphinx Tribal there with Yannette. We're gonna keep Mangara. We're gonna make Athreos. We're gonna make Damia, our new graveyard deck. We're gonna make Maelstrom Wonder, and then we have this. I guess we could keep Agar. What fell? My Ramos fell. We'll keep Agar just because I did just make it, and it's actually I added some cards, so I don't want to like waste my money and not play the deck I just bought cards for. Not a ton of cards, but we want to replace Tavasa. Do I want to replace Tavasa though? A different companion, because the companion I really want to make is where is it? There's just that's the problem with me. I get bored of my decks easily, but at the same time I don't, and I just want to make a ton, but I can't, man. I got issues. But yeah, Loris is another companion I would love to make, but man, which last deck are we gonna put together? I could put back together the Ink Trader Nephilium. We've got Bergie for the mono red value, Villas for mono black, kind of reanimate her a bit. We've got a Romy of the Dead Tide, which I'm really looking at. It's between these two, really. For me right now, it's between these two, maybe Ink Trader, just because I have the cards for Ink Trader. But I really want to be able to do this again. Man, this is hard. This is hard. This is hard, man. Oh, there's my Unash. What about Brago? Azorius Bounce. I do want to make a bounce deck. We got Brago there, too. What do you guys think? Like our group Slug with the Urlock, too. We've got Urlock. Like, there's so many decks I want to make. It's just, I can't. I would want to make them, play it once and deconstruct, but that just take way too much time. Because I still got work and I'm in school. Once I finish school, next year, content's about to be god tier. Content will be up there. I do want to. Do I have a Simic deck? I want a Simic. I guess Tamir. I consider my Simic deck. Just added red to it because I mean, Tamir is probably one of my favorite color pairings right now. Trying to see what else to do. Mono green, Toski, mono green. Just don't want to make Coma. Don't want to make Coma. I don't know. Let me know. What are your favorite decks right now? What are you guys playing that's your go-to that you're having a ton of fun with? What are you guys playing? I want to build Jorn just because of Seph's, the whole untapping thing with snow permanents that Seph was talking about. It could be land. Like, that's sick. Oh, it's Kayla's in the house. Hello, Kayla. Is she at work? But what decks are you guys playing? I don't want to know. Because if I just might go ahead and build Bergie. Jeremy Rich. Hello, Jeremy. We're just here trying to decide for the last deck which one to build for all you new people that are just popping in. We've got a couple already. A couple of decks I'm going to be taking apart and building. But we're having trouble deciding the last one. We just don't know what to do. I don't know. This is hard. I'm currently playing a bit of everything. Villas is a real fun one. Villas is a super fun deck. I made the deck when I had first started my channel. And so I had a gameplay with it. Kadama and Tormod. Kayla wants to put Kadama and Tormod. I do have Kadama and I do have Tormod, but I'm gonna let you build that deck because I know you want to build that deck. Villas is fun. It was the one of the first. My second video I had was a gameplay video with Villas, and pretty much what was shown in that gameplay video is what happened. Just a ton of just value, drawing cards, cheating creatures into play, and then pretty much just popping off with what's that one commander? The mono black one, the one that makes tokens, the brood moth mother or something like that. I forget its name. But Villas is sick. Villas is sick. That was one of my favorites. Let's see. Yawgmoth was in my Villas deck. I have Yawgmoth. It's just in my graveyard deck. So let me catch you guys up for all the people that are just watching. I'm trying to decide on a new deck. I think I'm gonna turn off this light over here. Let's see if that helps with anything. Yikes, I made it like super dark. No, let me put this back on. You run like 20 decks? Well, we found out today that I have 13. We found out today that I've got 13 decks. I didn't realize. I could have sworn I had kept the max at 10, but these are the decks we haven't changed. We've got Joda, Archmage Eternal with the sick art. Obeka, Theft Control. We got Prosh, Skyward Occur. These are kind of the decks I kind of want to keep because I either just made them or they were my first decks. This is supposed to be Vile Smasher, but it's Vile Smasher and Thrasios. Those there. We got the Ur-Dragon. They decided to convince me to keep the Ur-Dragon, keep it around. It's just a precon to play with newer players. We got 5-color Ramos, which is spell singing, spell copying Ramos, which is super fun. We've got Tuvasa the Sunlit with the companion of Karuga, so everything in the deck is 3 CMC or more. Yeah, Prosh is really fun. I have a ton of fun with Prosh. This is one I'm trying to maybe switch up, the Tuvasa the Sunlit, because it's just an enchantment deck, you know, and then Karuga there to draw cards, so everything in the deck 3 CMC or greater. These are decks that we kind of replaced. Let's see. We have this partner pairing that we took apart. It's basically aristocrats for the most part. making tokens, sacrificing them for value and our own creature value. But we're going to replace this with Athreos, God of Passage, and make Orzhov aristocrats. Yarok's fun with Karuga. Yarok is super strong. Yarok is really strong. We've got Mangara that I was going to change. It's mono white Mangara. I was going to make mono red Bergi instead. Where's Bergi at? Right here. But chat decided to make me keep the mono white deck. I have fun. I love this deck. Don't get me wrong. But we're going to keep it. We have Cedrus the Traitor King as my Grixis Reanimator, but we're going to replace it with Damia Sage of Stone to add green. Drop red, get green. I suggest Alta Penali as just a fun creature deck. Let's see. I do love creature decks. Let's see. Which one's Alta again? Did I spell it right? No. Let me hit the old copy and paste. Alta. Oh, okay. I put Alta. Let's see. Oh man. Gotta get rid of that. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, the Egg Commander person. Yeah, I don't have that precon, but yeah, that is one I was definitely looking at. That one seems like a ton of fun. That one does seem fun. Just cheating stuff into play, which is what I love to do, which is the next deck I'm bringing up. We had an Aluna Mutate deck to cheat stuff into play, but we replaced it with Maelstrom Wanderer for the Cascade and stuff, just because I love this deck, but the win cons were minimal and the deck was filled with Mutate cards that kind of like got in the way of playing other stuff. So we got Maelstrom Wanderer instead. We have Agar the Freezing Flame from Kaldheim. Decided to keep it to play it a couple more times before the next new set, and then we decided to lock in Sphinx Tribal. This isn't going to be the commander. The commander for our Sphinx Tribal deck is going to be Yannette, just because I want to make, how do you spell Yannette? Right there. I want to make another tribal deck, and we decided on Sphinxes because I already have a lot of Sphinxes, because I used to have Unesh Sphinx Tribal, and so the Yannette adds white and adds black, and it's a really fun card. So, and I have the card, so that helps. So those are the decks we're kind of pretty much working with. We're looking to add one more. I said we'd make one more before we end the stream, because we're about at the 2-hour mark. So yeah, what do you guys think? Jeremy, you said Alta Palani. Alta Penali. I don't have that card, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, these were the ones I was just kind of looking at making. Probably not Yurlock, just because I don't have enough support for it. But like Aromi, another graveyard, but more about ETB themed deck, and that's kind of what Brago is, a ETB themed deck. Bergi for the mono red value, kind of like an artifact deck probably build. They were suggesting artifacts. We got Ink Trader Nephilium, which I'll have to put up on the screen since it's blurry and not a common commander, because it's not even a legendary. But this one is all about copying your, it's kind of like a feather deck. You copy, play a spell that copies the commander. Esper Blink. I do like Esper Blink with Amanatu. Amanatu's sick. I don't know if I have another Esper commander. I mean, I should in the collection. I'm sure I have a random Esper commander. I do want a Blink deck though, because Blink decks are sick. They are super sick. Because I know I have my what's it called, Thassa, the one that blinks it. Instead, no, my Obeka deck. I have Grixis pretty much Blink for the most part. It's not Blink. It's more theft and stealing creatures. Angry Omnath for landfall and elemental tribal. Now I would make an Omnath deck, but my girlfriend already has an Omnath deck, and it's here at the apartment. So if I ever want to play Angry Omnath, I have it already. There's already a deck made on it. Can we check out the card sleeves here? Sick. So we have Angry Omnath technically. I personally don't have it built, but it's in the apartment. I have it. If I wanted to play, I could. Esper Blink. That's pretty much gonna be the commander I was mentioning earlier, the Sphinx Tribal. I'm gonna add some blink effects to it because it's gonna be tribal. It's gonna care about Sphinxes entering the battlefield and casting them. So I kind of think we have the Esper Blink. It's obviously not Esper Blink, a traditional Esper Blink deck, but we might have that one on the bag. And I don't like building decks that are multiples of the same colors. I know I have like 3 5-color decks, but after that, after like the 5-color, I like to keep it like 1 per color. Do I even keep it 1 per color? I just have, yeah, I have three 5-color decks. I have these 2 and then Jodo, wherever Jodo went. Oh, Jodo's at the front. Alta though. Alta is a sick commander. Oh, what is that? What color is that? Green, white, red. The only thing with that is we're already building a green-red deck to take. That's a creature-based deck, cheating stuff into play, and so we might have to use all the good resources on for this deck, which is the only reason why I'm saying, not just suggesting we look for a different one than Alta. Atla. I keep saying Alta. It's Atla. Isn't there a pretty good Sphinx tribal in mono blue? Yes, there is. So my old Sphinx tribal deck I had for a while was Unesh. And it's 1N. I keep forgetting. Unesh is super strong. It makes Sphinx cost 2 less, and then it does a mini factor fiction every time they enter. And so this deck was sick, you know. And I had this deck already built. I played it a couple times on the channel. And it's a fun deck. It's card advantage and it's Sphinxes. Like, how could you not like that? I took it apart to build other decks. As newer sets came out, I wanted to make sure I was playing decks that were new and stuff. So I took apart the Unesh deck, and we're looking to rebuild it. We're gonna rebuild the Sphinx deck with not Grixis, Esper this time with Yanet. Do the mono red deck. I do want to do the mono red deck. That's one of the top contenders right now. It's between this one pretty much and Arami for the last one. What do you guys think? Let me pull up Bergie. Bergie would be more of an artifact themed deck. Oops. Pull up Bergie. You get mana, and then the backside lets you ramp, which is sick. And I want to try it out. And it's a new commander, you know. People love new commanders. I definitely would love to play this on the channel. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, do you guys like Bergie? Is Bergie a good enough contender to lock in to build? Probably to replace Tuvasa, just because I don't play the deck too much. Do it. All right. Jeremy's telling me to do it. I think I gotta. Mono red. Yeah, I'll have to have these like every other month. Every other month, I'll set like 3 decks for stream, and every other month we all right, we played these decks for 2 months. Let's get rid of them and then build some new ones. And I'll let you guys decide which ones I build and play and see how good they are. And who knows, I might end up just keeping one for indefinitely. But Jeremy's saying do it. There's no objections in chat. I think we're locking in Bergie. We're gonna replace Tuvasa with Bergie. And then, yeah, I'm definitely down every other month, you know. Choose my commanders for the next month. But I think we might have to do Bergie. All right, I'm going to be locking it in. We're going to be doing Bergie. So let's just show all the commanders we're replacing. So obviously Tuvasa is going to get replaced with Bergie. Let's see what else we got. We got Sphinx Tribal. We don't have the commander right now. It's in my Joda deck. It's replacing a deck. I don't know which one, but it's going to be replacing one of them. Probably one from right here. I don't know which one. Probably... I mean, I could just make it. I have another thing of sleeves to make it, so we're just going to be adding Sphinx Tribal. It's not replacing anything. We have Tevish Zot and Tana getting replaced with Athreos. And then we have Cedrus, the Trader King, getting replaced with Damia, Sage of Stone. Graveyard deck. So Graveyard, Aristocrats, Sphinx Tribal, Mono Red, good stuff. And then this is going to be Tamir, good stuff. Or Mono Red artifacts, I should say. And then, yeah, so my Ghidorah, Aluna is getting replaced with Maelstrom Wanderer for my Tamir, good stuff. And those are pretty much all the commanders that are getting replaced or added. And then these are the old ones that we're going to be keeping to play a couple more times on the channel. But I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing this, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We just had a pirate themed deck tech uploaded. We're gonna have Essica God Tribal uploaded next Wednesday, I think. Next Tuesday, I think. Next Tuesday. Do Bergie even though Aromi is powerful. You know what? I might just have to build both. I might have enough space. I have one of these. Where is it at? I have like one of the containers where you can put like up to 3 decks. You better put Bosch in the mono red deck. Which one's Bosch? Let's look up Bosch. Oh, is that is that the artifact creature that you can fling stuff at people? Yeah, buy Bosch Iron Golem. All right, it's gonna be mono red artifacts. It's official. Bosch will be in there. Mr. Jeff, I actually might just build a Rami just because I really do want to build a Rami. So this might be another one we just might add to the collection. But yeah, we've got a new deck tech coming out next Wednesday or Tuesday. We've got gameplay. I know gameplay hasn't been on the channel for a bit. My newer subscribers might not even know I do gameplay. But if you look back far enough, you'll see that I did gameplay videos, and I'm currently working on a gameplay video. I just need to cut it down. I have the script made. I just need to record audio and get the script going. So make sure you subscribe. If you're in here watching, make sure you subscribe because gameplay's coming back. I'm gonna try to get it by next weekend. Next weekend we should have the next gameplay video coming out. It's a webcam game but with narration, kind of like how MTG Mutsa does his. And that's gonna be on the channel. We're gonna have some guests there. I think it's Seth is going to be in that one if he's still in chat. It's going to be our Commander Legends game, which I kind of lagged on, but just school got too much, so it was on the back burner for a bit. But also, since you guys are here on the stream, we got 4 people here. I would just give you a little bit of the insider where actually, I know I said I wanted to do gameplay on this channel, things like from like Arc to Pokemon, and I want to kind of mix Magic with the gameplay, but we're actually not going to be doing that. Just because of algorithm issues we have in the in the future that we could potentially have, and like just messing up the whole channel. So I'm gonna come over here. We're not gonna do gameplay on the channel. We're just gonna do it differently. So what I've done is actually created a second channel that we are going to upload all the gameplay. I'm gonna obviously have a video announcement on this. I pretty much made a second channel. Right now it's called Common Command Gaming, but the channel name is probably going to be changed because I don't like channels that are like Common Command and then Common Command Gaming. So the channel name will be changed. But if you look up Common Command Gaming, the only thing I have uploaded there is the channel trailer, which just showcases the games we want to play. And that's going to get going in a couple episodes. We started our Arc series. So on the 3rd episode of Arc, we're going to introduce the gaming channel and have people that are here for gaming go to that channel. That way this channel stays Magic exclusive, because I know I gained a lot of subscribers from the Arc video, but then I've also lost a lot of subscribers. Not a lot, but like about like 5 to 6. And for my channel size, that's kind of a lot to lose that many subscribers. So I don't know if they were people that are Magic and saw that Arc was uploaded, unsubscribed, or if they were Arc people that subscribed because the video was nice, but then they saw I only do Magic, so they unsubscribed right away. But basically, we're going to be having a separate channel. This is insider information for you people that came out to the stream. I can leave a link in the stream to the channel just because nothing's really uploaded to it except for the channel trailer. But we're going to re-upload all the Arc videos, and we're going to be doing more. There's a new fan-made Pokemon game that I'm going to do a video on, a series on how to download it and then playing through the new fan-made Pokemon game, which is super sick. So if anyone is interested in that kind of stuff, I put a link up to the new channel in the chat right now. You can go there to check it out. There's nothing uploaded yet, just because this is all insider information. And then also, if you guys aren't already, make sure to join our Discord server. I put the link up a couple times, but I'm going to put it right back up in chat. That way we can have more talks like this in Discord. So I'm going to go ahead and put up invite people. Let's see, a link for our Discord as well. And make it never expire. So let's see, where do we go for this? Right here. Because it says we still got 4 people watching. And there's people making monkey noises outside my apartment. Don't know if you guys hear that. But that's pretty much it for the live stream. You know, this is kind of like chit chat now. We've got stuff coming up. We got the gaming channel coming up. We're going to be having the gameplay uploaded there if you're here for that. Magic channel, Common Command staying Magic exclusive. Yeah, but this might be a reoccurring thing. Let me know if you guys like it. Let me know in the Discord. We'll be having more of this probably, where I have a set number of decks we're going to have just for you guys to build and take apart. But this has been fun. I don't have a stream ending soon thing, so the stream is just going to end abruptly. But thank you guys for coming out. Had a ton of fun getting to look over these new commanders. Excited for the Sphinx Tribal. Make sure you subscribe to Common Command. We're going to be putting these commanders to test in some future gameplay videos. So thank you guys for coming out, man. Make sure you join our Discord. I'm going to end the stream right now.